And now it's time for Ask Roz and Mocha.
All right, podcast time, baby. Head to the phones. Yo, Russell, what's going on? It's Roz and Mocha.
Yo, what's up, Roz and Mocha? How you guys doing?
Good. Welcome to the podcast. How are you?
Love the enthusiasm.
I'm doing well.
What is your question for the room?
All right, so my question is, what is the best fragrance of cologne?
That's a good question.
What is your answer, first
Yes.
of all, Russell?
So right now, I'm wearing Aqua di Gio, and it's my go-to cologne.
Yeah.
1998.
Aqua di Gio.
Yo, don't
Hold on
hearten-
here. Jeez, Maury.
Stop
Look at what
hating.
you're wearing today, Maury. Enough with the 1998 called.
Your shirt is so big, it looks like you're wearing a tarp.
Aqua
Oh, man.
Aqua di Gio. Hold on here. I never heard of this stuff before.
Oh, if you see the
Oh,
bottle
it's
or
the
the
best.
logo, you'll know.
What is it? Or who makes it? Armani.
Yeah.
I love that. If you see the bottle, you're going to know. I don't know. I've never seen this before in my life.
Oh, really?
No.
Doesn't buy these things.
No, I don't go. I don't even go in the perfume aisle, and I can't stand the smells, even though I buy it.
Which bottle do you have? Do you have the black bottle, the light colored one?
The light-colored one I have.
Oh, okay.
What's it smell like?
Smells like awesomeness, man.
Okay, that's great. Thanks, man.
No, but like on the bottle, it should say, or like on the box when
Like
you
what-
buy it,
okay.
like it says what the notes are.
Okay, so let me.
Well,
When a lady smells you, what do they say it smells like?
Awesomeness.
Honestly, I just get compliments saying I smell good. They don't tell me what it smells like, but they say I smell good. So.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay. Fair enough. Okay. So, what was the first cologne that you bought? Like the first cologne that you ever wore?
The first cologne I ever wore would probably be like Ralph Lauren.
Ralph Lauren was your first. Come on now.
What was your first cologne, Roz?
Okay, so I used to get Brute every year in my stocking,
Yeah.
right? Which smelled like pickles.
Yeah.
Like it was
Yeah,
weird,
yeah.
right? Brute.
That's
and
so 80s.
yeah, oh my God. Almost 70s. Like this was like
Okay.
I was young. And then after that, I think that I gravitated towards I used to date this girl named Lisa, right? And I was in love with this girl. She was dynamite. And I was in like first years of high school kind of thing, like just out of junior high, first years of high school. And you know, I was a young man, and guys smell,
Yeah.
right? You know what
yeah.
I mean? Like
Terrible.
boys just smell. And I would always be riding around my bike, and then I'd go to her house, we'd kiss a little bit, right? And do all this stuff. And I would always smell. And so I would go in the bathroom, and this is so gross, but I would use her dad's deodorant. Okay. So when I got to the house, I would go into the bathroom and use her dad's deodorant. And
Like a speed stick?
no, he had, okay, so his deodorant was English leather. Oh, man. Okay.
Another old guy thing. Yo.
Okay.
Okay.
So then I got real attached to English leather. And the
Yeah.
weird thing is she never once said, "Oh my God, you smell like my dad." She would always say, "Oh, you smell good."
Wow.
Right? Yeah, it was a weird thing. So then I got really attached to English leather. And then
Yeah.
so instead of the next Christmas, when I would ask my mom to get me Brute, I would ask her to get me English leather. And it came in like a glass bottle instead of the plastic bottle that Brute came in.
Jeez.
Yeah, so those are my first two, Brute and English leather, and then I stopped wearing cologne for a lot of years, and then I think that when I went back into cologne, the one that sort of got me back was somebody had sent me a sample of, I think it's called Angel. Is that what it is? Terry Mugler or Terry
Yeah.
Mungler,
Oh, yeah,
whatever the
yeah,
hell
yeah,
that
yeah.
stuff is. So I wore that for a long time because ladies seem to really like that smell, and now I wear Tom Ford Vanilla Tobacco.
Ooh, nice.
That one. That's really my history of colognes. What was your first cologne, Mocha?
So I got my cologne from my dad,
Okay.
right? I used to steal his bottles.
Yes.
And it was Aramis.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And then once I got into my own colognes,
Yeah.
I did Tommy Hilfiger.
Okay.
I did Polo Blue. Polo Blue was like my choice for like years.
Okay.
I had the cologne and the aftershave. And then what did I do after that? Then I had a couple of like Armani's.
Okay. What was the big one in high school that all the guys smelled like? Because I remember when Polo hit, all the kids in my high school smelled like Polo, and then Fahrenheit hit, and everybody smelled like Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
Right?
I
Those are
did-
the two real big ones when I was in high school, I think.
No, for me, it was just throughout all of high school, it was
Yeah.
Tommy Hilfiger
Yeah.
and Polo Blue.
Really? Shem, what was your first cologne?
Oh God, Cool water.
Cool water. There we go.
Yo,
It's
let me
awesome.
tell you,
Yeah.
my boy Cliff,
Yankee.
even now to the day, is still a cool water guy.
Is he?
And
Yeah.
he was a cool water guy in high school.
Really?
Yeah, man. All I could
Yes.
afford
Ride
at
or
the time,
die,
man.
ride or die.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you know what? I used to wear cool water as well.
Yep.
Now that I
Did,
think
huh?
about it, yes.
Yeah.
And now I'm more of either Hugo Boss or Versace blue.
Oh,
Light blue.
Light blue. Damn it,
Light
more.
blue.
Your first cologne.
My first cologne was Malizia,
Yeah.
and then Nicole Miller blue jeans.
That is the most feminine sounding cologne I've ever heard in my life.
Then you'll love this. So here's my current 5, and I wear ladies' perfume.
Yeah.
So I love Le Labo Rose 31,
Mm-hmm.
Oribe Cote d'Azur, Portrait of a Lady, which is what Madonna wears,
Yeah.
Aesop, Marrakesh, which is fantastic, and Diptyque.
Diptyque. I could not imagine just like, what does Portrait of a Lady smell like?
Oh my God, you would love this.
No, I just don't say that. Just describe it for me.
It smells like rose water.
No, I hate that. That's not for me. I hate floral scents.
Oh,
I'm
no.
more of like a citrus, vanilla kind of thing. I can't do florals. I can't do lavender. I can't do anything like that.
Yeah,
My
they're all fantastic.
my choice now is Tom Ford Tuscan leather,
Oh yeah.
and then there's another brand called Persons of Interest, and
Oh.
they have a couple of
Persons or purses?
no persons. Of
Oh,
interest.
I thought you said purses of
No, no,
interest.
no, no,
I'm
no.
like, you're wearing purses of interest.
And
Maury's
they
wearing
have-
the scent of a lady.
And they got a couple of nice ones. Today I'm wearing from them Two Wolves. Is what it's called.
But everyone wears Creed Invictus.
What is
Everyone
that?
buys
I've
that
never
one.
had
heard
that one.
I've never.
Creed. Oh, there's a guy that wears it here in the hall, and it's a strong smell.
Really,
And
huh?
yeah, it's a really nice smell too.
Yeah, yeah. What was the
And I recently started wearing African leather.
what was the cologne they made in that movie? That was it Zoolander?
Oh, no.
What was
No,
it?
no.
Where she birthed it on stage? What was that cologne?
my
the
God.
Grace Jones when she birthed it on was that Zoolander? Where Grace Jones
Oh,
birthed
no.
that cologne? What movie was
You're
that?
talking about it was Eddie Murphy. Wasn't it like Boomerang?
Oh
or
yeah,
something?
Boomerang. What movie was that? So Boomerang, but what was the cologne called?
Not Stranger, right?
Yes,
Is it
Stranger. Yeah.
Stranger.
Yes. Thank you. I always think of Stranger, and I also think of my old man for a very brief period of time wore high karate.
What is that?
You never heard of high karate?
No.
Google it, man. High karate was an actual cologne. Because everything in the 70s was like karate, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was called high karate, and he wore that, and I wore that's when I was wearing Brute. I don't even know how you spell it. High, was it H-I?
H-A-I.
H-A-I. Yes,
Yeah.
High
It's a
karate.
division of Pfizer.
Oh my God! What?
It came in like the size of the bottle was like a king can of beer.
Oh,
like it was a
geez, look at
huge
this.
bottle. Yeah,
Like with a pump on it?
yeah, it was massive, man.
Wow.
Massive.
Damn.
But yeah, that's what my old man used to wear. High karate.
My Frank wore a Fahrenheit.
Oh, the other Tom Ford one I like is that I have as well is a white. I think it's called white suede.
Yeah. Here,
That
turn
one's real
my
nice.
computer up for a second.
Wow, what's that aftershave you're wearing?
You high karate aftershave is so powerful, it drives women right out of their minds. That's why we have to put instructions on self-defense in every package. High karate, the brisk splash-on aftershave that smooths and soothes and cools. High karate, aftershave, cologne, and gift sets. High karate. Be careful how you use it.
Smelling good and kicking ass.
But the thing is that in the way that it was marketed was that it smells so good you're gonna have to fight off women, right? So it's like women would smell these guys and then they would become like insatiable and they would be all over these guys and then these guys have to karate fight women off them.
High
Right?
karate.
Axe deodorant body spray.
Yo, Russell, thank you so much for joining us on the podcast today.
Thank you for having me. Can I just say I've been a fan for you guys for over 6 years now?
Oh, dude, thank you so much. How did you discover the show? We've been on the radio for over 13 years now.
Yeah, so I first started in grade 7. My dad just had it on in his car every time he picked me up, and it was awesome. And we'd laugh. We'd always pretend you guys asked us the big question, and we'd always have an answer.
Oh, dog. Well, between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
Roz, you're a smooth, cool dude, but I was born in Scarborough, so I got to go with Mocha.
Hey! Hey.
Don't even- I like how people like try and give me like a little bit of props, but they say the one thing that hurts the most, right? You know what I mean? Like that drives me the most crazy.
Thanks, Russell. Much love, bro.
Jackass.
Thank you, guys. Have a good one.
You too. Later. Lish says here, what would Roz and Mocha's ship name be? Would it be Rocha or Maz?
I think you have to go with Rocha on that one, right? It can't
Does
be
it have to be
Maz.
a combination?
Yeah. Like it's like when
It really
people
does?
date, right? Like it's like Brangelina or well, I don't know what the Olivia Wilde and Harry Styles one was.
Wild Style?
No, they had one. I
Did
just don't
they?
remember. Yeah. I don't remember what it was. Anyway, you would have to go with Rocha. You can't go with Maz.
Yeah.
Right? That doesn't
actually
sound
sounds
right.
disgusting.
It does. Yes. Yeah. Like
That's like gross.
yeah, that's the reason why you were off work on a Tuesday, right? Because you had to go get something treated. What was it? Maz.
Gross. Ain't nobody want to jump on our ship at all. Steven asks here, if Shem was gay and single, would he date Dammit Maury?
Stop it.
Wait, if Shem was,
Yeah, enough of this stupid question.
I'll answer though.
Shem is single, by the way.
Yeah. Well, listen, I'm not gay, but I'll answer.
Yeah.
You know what? I think I want a more aggressive type, and I feel like Maury is a little more docile. You know what I mean?
You think
A
Maury's
simple yes or
aggressive?
no would have sufficed.
No. Listen, I think
Playing along, Maury. This
I'm
is your dream
playing
come
along.
true. This is all you ever wanted was somebody to play
No,
along
I'm
to this
trying
question.
I'm trying to be a little bit more aggressive, like what he wants.
No.
Oh,
See?
See? He's playing the game.
I like this.
dang.
See, now ask the
See?
question.
If Shem was gay and single, would he date Dammit Maury?
Nah, homie,
No.
not my type.
Dallas says here, we all talk about red flags in a relationship, but what are some immediate green flags?
Oh, good question. Shem, you're single. So you're into this way deeper than any of us, except for maybe Maury when Matthew's not around. But what are some instant green flags?
Okay, I'm gonna say physically, I love nice teeth.
Okay.
A nice smile.
Yeah.
always gets me.
Bad teeth is a red flag, though, right? Because
Yes.
what else are you not taking care of?
Absolutely.
Right, okay, yeah.
But in terms of like personality, honestly, somebody who can laugh at themselves and doesn't take themselves too seriously. That's a green flag right away for me, because
Really, yeah.
that tells me that you're able to you're not too sensitive. You can have some fun. You're easygoing. That means a lot to me. So nice teeth, nice smile, and ability to laugh at themselves.
Yeah, but you got to get in deep, though, before you can find out if somebody's really willing to laugh at themselves and they're not just putting stuff on for like a first date, second date kind of thing, right?
Which is why I don't put any stock into first dates whatsoever.
None.
'Cause, none.
None.
I put
What's the
none.
most you would give?
Honestly, like, okay.
Like before you say to yourself, like, yeah, I'm gonna give this like a real shot.
Like, how many dates would I go?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
If you knew that they were into going on more dates.
Yeah,
As well.
I'd probably say 2.
Really? 2
Yeah, I'd
dates?
probably say 2 because again, the first date is tough, right? The first date, you're nervous, you're gonna be putting on a bit of a show.
Yeah.
So you get a bit of a mulligan from me on the first date, and I would hope to get one as well, right? And then, but the second date, I feel like you're a little bit more prepared, or at least you think you should be. And yeah, 2 dates for me. But I will say this: if on the first date you were rude to like the waiter or whomever we are with, that there is no second date.
I'm wondering if there is a middle ground now or any sort of crossover, because hookup culture has changed dating for everyone.
Oh, yeah.
But then there's also people who are trying to date to sort of move forward with somebody. Are people still going all the way after a first date? But I don't mean hookup culture. I mean somebody who is dating.
Legit dating.
Legit dating,
Yeah.
trying to find the one. Is the idea of sleeping together on the first date still a thing? Or is that now considered that was just a hookup and then there is no second date after that?
So I don't know if this will count, but when I met my wife for the first time, we hooked up on the first
No,
date.
but what year was that though?
Oh, so you're saying, that's
Yeah, that
2011.
was way
That's
before
Yeah,
2011.
that's
Tinder
way
or any of
before,
this
way
stuff, right?
before all that stuff.
So nowadays, probably not. No, you're right. But nowadays, if you're hooking up on the first date, it's because of hookup culture. You're not really looking to date somebody long term. I also think that it's sort of frowned upon. You know what I mean?
Is it? Yeah.
To some people, not
Sure.
to me.
Yeah,
Whatever.
yeah.
You hook up if you want to hook up. Again, I get it. Right? Hookup culture is one thing. Dating is another. But I don't think there's anything wrong with sleeping with somebody if the intention is to date them. I don't think there's anything wrong with that on the first
But
date.
I'm just wondering if you, like, if it starts to sort of go that way, that maybe you would then be accused of, oh man, I thought you wanted something serious and I thought you wanted to date, but all you want to do is hook up.
Sure. Yeah.
Right? I wonder if that's in play now. I mean, it's always sort of been in play, but that we've never lived at a time where like hookup culture and dating have been there's a giant divide between those two things.
Yeah. I also think, particularly for women, they sort of get shamed into, hooking up on the first date or giving in too soon, right?
Yeah.
Which is tough. But yeah, dating ain't easy, man.
No, my God.
Easy.
Dallas has another question here.
Yeah.
Chunky or smooth peanut butter?
Oh, I thought we were still talking about dating. Chunky.
Chunky all day for me.
No, I can, when it comes to peanut butter, smooth.
Yeah.
No question.
Dan Maury?
Absolutely smooth.
Smooth.
Shem?
I don't like peanut butter. So
fair enough.
You don't like peanut butter?
Nah, not
Okay,
really.
how
Not
about
for me.
almond butter?
Not known about this.
No.
You know, I don't even particularly like peanut butter. Do you know what I do like though?
What?
Salt. And that
Who doesn't like salt, though?
and peanut butter is just all salt.
Uh-huh.
And so that is why, like, and I'll never sit and have like a peanut butter sandwich or anything like that, ever. But every now and then, when I was younger, if I needed that salt hit, I would just do a piece of white bread toast, lightly toasted, and then put a tiny little bit of peanut butter on the top of it so it melted. And then basically all you're just eating is salt. Like I loved the salt hit from peanut butter.
I like butter underneath
Shem?
my peanut butter.
Oh, that's too much butter.
Oh, yeah, way too much.
Way too much butter. You can't do butter and peanut butter.
Butter, peanut butter, and then jam.
Whoa, too much.
Disgusting.
Too much, too greasy.
Shem, so you don't like peanut butter. Can you go through some of the other things that you don't like that other people, like popular things that other people find that they like?
Sure. I'm not a Nutella fan.
Right?
No,
Don't like peanut butter as we just talked about.
Yeah.
God, what else is there?
Cilantro, you've said.
Well, yeah, but I feel like that's 50-50 on cilantro.
But that's a gene thing, whether
Yeah.
people like cilantro or not. Because some people taste soap, some people don't taste soap,
Yeah,
right?
I definitely taste soap, and I also don't like poutine or poutine.
Right.
Can't stand it.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
M&M Meat Shops has a great frozen poutine.
I saw that on.
What?
I saw that you buy it, but it's
No
already. It's
way.
all done.
Gross.
Yeah.
Like the gravy's already on there,
Yeah.
and then you have to like
It's all
reheat.
fle-
What do? You put it in the
flash-freezed.
you put it in the oven?
Yeah, it says microwave is not recommended.
Yeah, you put it in the oven, but you're just cooking, like you're basically making mashed potatoes at that point, right?
Have you tried it, Maury?
I have, and it's really good.
Is it?
No
Yeah.
way! I
Yeah?
don't believe you.
Yeah, I've been at M&M's all the time now, and I'm just buying everything they have. It's
Really,
been away
huh?
for so many years.
What M&M's has?
Yeah, downtown. So,
Oh yeah, that's right.
back in my
Maury
life.
found a new M&M meat shop, so he's
Yeah.
there all the time.
I
now.
used to
And I
be
had the poutine.
heavy into the M&M game.
Did you really?
Oh,
I've
man.
never.
When I was a single guy,
Yeah?
right? When I was living in Kitchener, you open my freezer,
Yeah.
it was all M&M Meat Shop product.
Why though? Why?
And
What was it about it? Is it a convenience thing? Is
Convenience.
it
It was just so easy. Like the
Really?
steaks, even though like I prefer my steaks a little bit more simple now.
Yeah.
Salt, pepper.
These
throw
were
it on the grill,
all
right?
already seasoned,
Seasoned,
and everything,
marinated,
right?
tossed out of my George Foreman grill.
Oh, you were making steak on a George Foreman? The George
Yes.
Foreman doesn't get nearly hot enough to make a steak.
Steak. Listen.
I've done steak on a Foreman.
Oh
Yes.
my God!
Yeah.
All y'all out there
Listen.
eating gray steak.
You get that double side grill action with the
Come
timer.
on.
Bruh. You know when the new George, man, back in the day when like the brand new George Foreman came out and there was like one Canadian Tire that I found that was like an hour and a half away from where I lived that I drove to just to buy it. I had them put it on hold,
Right.
right? And I bought that George Foreman grill.
I still
But
have
yeah,
mine in storage.
M&M Meat Shop, man. I used to go like nuts when they would have their sale on the boneless, skinless chicken breast.
Yeah.
And I would go in and buy whatever the maximum was. I think
And
it was
they're
like 4
potato
boxes.
skins. Have you had the potato skins?
Had everything, man. I
And
was
now
heavy in the M&M Meat Shop game.
And now they have these teriyaki salmons that you put the pouch they're in right into the oven. They cook in the pouch in the oven.
Okay. Hold on. No. There's no.
I remember
I cannot.
there was one time
good.
there was a huge sale at M&M Meat Shop, right?
Yeah.
And they're having a sale on the boxes of chicken. So I went in and I bought like the maximum amount that you could, which was 4 boxes.
Yeah.
And I get to the front and the lady is like looking at me like pretty suspect, right? And she then says to me after I am about to pay, I get my credit card out and she's like, "Were you here earlier?" And I was like, "No, I wasn't." And she said, "Are you sure?" And I was like, "Absolutely positive." She's like, "Because you know there's a limit on these boxes of chicken, right?"
No.
She was
I know what. Yeah, she was like,
Come on now.
she was
Come
accusing
on now.
me of buying 4 boxes of chicken, going home, and then coming back for another 4 boxes.
Change your shirt,
Also,
that's your
if you
hair.
wanted
Yeah.
if you wanted to, you could.
Come on now.
Yeah, heavy into
Really,
the M&M
huh?
meat shop game. Yes,
That's
bro.
really that's wild to me, man. Like I had no
That's my freezer now. Is chock-a block with M&M boxes.
Like I remember growing up, like we always had a box of M&M Meat Shop frozen hamburgers in the fridge.
Yes.
Right? And you'd drop them on the concrete floor and then they would break apart.
Yes.
And then you
Toss
would
them
just
on the
throw
George
them on
Foreman grill?
toss them on the barbecue. No, I never had a George Foreman grill.
Yeah.
George Foreman grill, it didn't exist when I was younger. But that's crazy that you were all M&M all the time.
Yeah.
It's really wild to me. Really wild. Never
Megan
knew
says
that.
here, I asked if Maury had a crush on Roz the other week. Sorry, not sorry. Now I need to know if Matthew has a crush on Roz.
well, there's only one way to find out.
You don't have the answer?
No, why
You
would
don't
I?
know? You guys don't talk about this stuff? I beg to differ,
Yeah,
Maury.
I bet you do.
I assume it's no.
Oh, come on.
Why would you assume that?
Well, because he only has eyes for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that kind of thing goes both ways, though, more.
You sure?
Yeah. Yeah, that's usually how it goes.
I know you out here in the streets acting single every day.
With that beard he's got.
Yeah, exactly. Maury's like, God damn it, please stop talking. No.
Would this be a good time to bring up your browser history, Maury?
That's not the question.
I know, man, but we don't have access to Matthew all the time.
Hello, you reached the voicemail of Matthew.
Come on. All right.
We'll try back in a sec.
Ed says here, what tastes like childhood to you?
Oh, great question.
Oh, wow. Dunkaroos.
Dunkaroos.
Seriously.
What does that even taste like? What the hell's a Dunkaroo?
Isn't it?
Dunkaroos
Those
are
are the crackers. You
crackers, yeah, like little graham crackers or chocolate crackers, and they have like frosting, either chocolate or vanilla frosting.
Oh.
Yeah, I used to get them as snacks all the time.
Okay, so there's different things for me, like that, because I hadn't had them since I was a child, right? Like years ago, we talked about this on the show one time, which is I grew up with like sandwiches and soups and all of that stuff, like chunky and everything. But my number one soup was always the Campbell's tomato soup, right? That was my number one soup. I love Campbell's tomato soup. I'd crush up crackers in it, have a sandwich on the side, like all this stuff. And that was my youth. And I still went on through life thinking that I loved Campbell's tomato soup. And then when I was into my 30s, I was starving one night and went to a corner store and I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to relive my youth.
Yeah.
And I picked up a can of Campbell's tomato soup. I brought it home. I cooked it the exact way that I always used to cook it. I put it in a bowl, sat at the table, took one taste of it, and I flushed it down the toilet.
What did it taste like?
Sugar.
Yeah. All
Only
sweet.
sugar.
Oh, man,
And
disappointing.
I couldn't believe that this was my favorite thing. Girl, I would eat this every single day. And then I hadn't had it for 25 years or whatever it was. And I went back to it and I was like, I can't believe I ate that.
Unless-
it's only sugar.
They changed the
No, they've not.
ingredients?
No,
they've-
no,
They're
it's the
known
same
for
thing.
not changing.
Yeah, it's the same
Andy
thing.
Warhol used to have that every day.
It's the same thing. And it was vile. Like, I couldn't believe that I used to love this. So there's are things that to me where I was like, this definitely tasted like childhood. Tuna sandwiches always taste like childhood to me.
That's a good one.
Right? But I, did you ever get those packs of, it was a snack and it was a plastic container. And on one side, there was like 4 crackers and a red stick.
Yeah,
and on the
cheese.
and on the other side was
Yes.
that cheese.
Yes.
That
Yes.
cheese to me.
Oh.
Every now and then,
Yes.
every now and then, like I will taste a cheese that sort of tastes like that cheese.
Yeah.
And it immediately reminds me of childhood.
Yeah.
Because that cheese was it was something special, that cheese.
Crush cream soda
Oh, wow. Oh, good one.
reminds me
Good
of
one.
my childhood.
Yeah, good one. Good one.
Tahiti treat reminds me of
Can you still buy that,
childhood.
though?
Yeah, you can actually.
can?
No
Yeah,
Frills
yeah.
has it.
When's the last time you had one?
Oh, forever.
Yeah.
Forever.
Do you think that you would like it now, though, or is that your tomato soup? Do you think?
I think I would like it now still.
Yeah? You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you guys remember at the corner store you can buy for like, I don't know, like a quarter maybe. They had these like soft candy. It was like marshmallow. It was shaped like a peanut. but I think the flavor of it was like banana.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
You guys
Those
remember that?
things. That's all sugar.
I know.
That's all
my
sugar.
childhood right there.
Also, I will say this, the one thing, and I'm still reminded of it because where I grew up, like when I grew up in the small town, there were things that you guys had in the city that just didn't exist in my small town. And so I was in grade 7 before I ever had my first Jamaican patty.
Oh,
okay.
Wow.
And the great thing is that I only like the Jamaican patties that come from corner stores.
Yes.
Right? Those and every now and then when I go into a corner store and I walk by, because sometimes the bank machine is right by the Jamaican patty oven, just the smell to me takes my youth, right? It's that is 1986 or 87 or whatever it was.
I remember you had said not that long ago, or maybe it was forever ago, that you were on the hunt for one of those little ovens.
I'm getting one.
Are you?
I'm getting
so
one.
you found one. The little oven that they have like
yes.
at the convenience store that they keep the Jamaican patties
that they
warm
cook
in, right?
in.
Or that they cook them in and keep them warm in.
Yeah.
And you said you wanted one for the garage.
Yeah. I will get one. I just need the space first. I'm behind on things.
Dan Moore, do you have an answer for this?
Absolutely. Can of Chef Boyardee ravioli.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, hold on here. What was the superior Chef Boyardee?
What, like
beefaroni?
Beefaroni or ravioli?
If I had to choose, that's ravioli.
For me, it was beefaroni.
Yeah. Why did you say ravioli then just now?
Because that's what my dad gave me, but I preferred the beefaroni.
100% I'm with you, Maury. Beefaroni was the superior can to ravioli.
And now once in a while, my dad he'll open the cupboard and I see them there.
You do?
Because he does the same thing that Daniel and Kyle that he did to me. If I'm going to be working late, you just open a can.
God, there's so many better things in cans now, man.
That's his parenting.
Like what they put in cans has really improved over the years.
Beefaroni. Hey, Laura, how are you? It's Roz Mocha.
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Welcome to the podcast. What is your question?
My question is, what was everyone's first job?
Let's start with you, Laura. What was your first job?
I actually worked in the bakery section of a local grocery store.
Okay.
Great job.
And how long were you doing that for?
Probably like 3 or 4 years. I was only like 14 when I started.
Yeah. All right. Roz, first job.
I wrote about it in my book when my brother and I got hired to kill rats at a flour mill. That was one of my first jobs. But my first job before that was I was just like stocking shelves at one of the local variety stores.
Yeah.
And then I got asked to not come back because me and the girl who worked behind the counter would just lock the doors at like 9 o'clock and go and sit where they rented the VHSs in that aisle because you couldn't see through the windows and just smoke cigarettes and kiss a little, right?
Yeah.
And then that was it.
Kiss a lot.
Yeah, kiss a lot, right? But I was like super young, way too young to even like. I mean, not that smoking, whatever. But I think I was probably like maybe 12, maybe 12.
God.
Right? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was not a good scene. But I would, I would just I would go in the fridge and you just put the Coke in the racks from behind. Right. And that was my job. And I did it like a couple hours a night because my old man said that I should go find summer work. So I would just do that. I think I lasted like 2 weeks and then I just never, and then he got asked to not come back.
Did you ever go back to the store just as like a customer?
That was the only store.
Oh, okay. So yes. Shem, first job ever.
I used to work at a photography place where we developed film and I took passport pictures for people.
You did?
Yeah, which was interesting to say the least. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
People don't always understand the specifications for a passport picture. They think
of like what? Don't smile?
Don't smile. Yeah. They treat it like a headshot, right? And they're there with dolled up in makeup, glammed up, and like you can't do that. And a lot of people angry, spitting at me, all sorts of
take your face off.
Yeah.
I said, did you know this trick when we needed to get Roxy when she was very young? Like a baby, like less than a year old, we had to get her a passport because my brother was getting married in Las Vegas. And we brought her to this place, and it's like, how the hell do you get a baby a passport, right?
Totally.
So like most people are like, you're hiding behind the baby, holding the baby up. We went to this place, and the guy was like, okay, lay her down right there. And we were like, what? And he had the board on the ground.
Yep, that's how we
and
did
you
it.
lied the baby down, and you just stand over top of the baby.
That's exactly how we did
so
it.
that you don't have to balance a baby.
Right?
Yeah. And exactly. So we would put the baby on the ground, the whiteboard beneath them, and then we get the parent even behind you going, just to get the baby's attention.
I was amazed. I was like, this is ingenious. I thought we had to balance a baby, right? Like on a stool. The head all flopping around because it weighs so much. Damn it, Maura, your first job.
So my first job was the photo photocopy boy at Holy Blossom Temple, where all the teachers would come in and I would just photocopy their assignments.
That sounds
for
like
them.
you did that for free.
No, I got like $5 a day, but my first job was working at Famous Players the movie theater.
Oh. What were you doing
I
there?
had the best time. I loved it.
Yeah.
Like I was the guy that changed the marquee. I did all the movie posters and stuff like that. It was super fun.
No, not because there was tons of dudes.
I had my own poster room where I made out with guys.
You're so
Whatever, dude. You're such a liar. Laura, you've listened to this podcast long enough to know when Maury's lying. You don't
Maury
believe
has
any of
all
this, do
these
you?
fantasies that he tries to like.
See, Laura don't believe
that
you,
he
bro.
tries to like
Pass
just
off as
pass
truth.
off as
And I remember the
truth.
one time I was making out with a guy that the Judge Dredd movie poster was off to the
Shut-
side.
You never made out with anybody,
Whatever.
man.
Yeah.
You never made out with anyone. We know that.
No, man, I gotta believe Maury.
No,
I really
Shem.
do.
No
I
way.
think-
My
I
old boss still works at the movie theater now. Victor. You can ask Victor.
Ask Victor what?
Did Maury make out in his poster room?
Yeah?
Oh, what's Victor going to say?
Yes.
No.
Give me Victor's
definitely
number
not.
right now.
Yeah.
I don't have Victor's number.
You said you said to
no, but
reach out to
you'd
him.
have to drive down to the theater and ask him.
Oh, drive down to the theater and ask him. I'm going to do that. Right?
Ross is going to get in the truck.
Also, does he still work at the movie theater?
Yeah, he's still the manager downtown.
Okay, hold on here. Hold on. Okay, Maury. Okay,
Like 30 years later.
I'm not gonna.
And Victor is going to remember.
Yes.
Okay, there's
When was
no
the last
way.
time you talked to Victor?
I saw him recently. He works down at the Scotiabank Theater.
What does he do there?
He's the GM.
That's like, isn't that a job that you transition out of at some point?
Well, I guess he transitioned up.
I guess, yeah. I guess. Who does that? Who takes like the job they had, like their first job, and turns it into their career? That's really unique, I think.
He's been there forever.
Yeah. And how old is he?
He has to be like 45, 46.
So younger than you.
No, the same age.
Oh.
Okay, here we go. I found his LinkedIn.
Did you?
Yeah.
Victor Valet.
Victor Valet. Are you sure he's not in PORNO? Are you sure he's working is it a legit theater he's working at?
Yo, Laura, this was so much fun. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being a part of the podcast. Between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
Mocha.
Hey! Love you lots, Laura. Have a good day.
Thank you so much. Love you too. Bye.
See ya. All right, we
Call
got
Matthew now.
a couple more. Oh.
I'm done with that, to be honest with
What were we
you.
gonna
I don't
ask him
need to
again?
know if
I can't
Matthew has a
remember.
crush on me.
Oh, right.
I really have
I feel
no
like you
desire.
wanna know.
Nah, I really don't. I really don't. It's not for me.
Grace says here, floss before or after brushing your teeth?
After.
I do not floss. And I know I should. Anytime I go to the dentist and they floss my teeth,
Yeah.
oh,
it's-
man.
It's a horror show.
Blood everywhere.
Blood everywhere. Giant pieces of white.
Yeah, I
brick
hate it. I absolutely
flying out
hate
of
it.
my mouth. I will God. So every now and then what happens is Catherine goes to the bathroom and she has those little flosser things, like those little things, right? And then she'll just throw one at me and it'll hit me somewhere. And then I take it and I put it on the coffee table beside me. And eventually I might do a couple teeth with it if I feel like I got something stuck in there.
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't floss.
Yeah. Shem, you floss?
Definitely floss.
Yeah.
Actually, you have a nice smile, so I bet you do floss.
Yeah, I you know what? I floss before.
Really?
Because if there's any stuff in it, you want to brush it away and brush it off,
Good
right?
call.
I always feel like after, because whatever you don't get when you brush, you get with the floss. Which is why when you go to the dentist, they floss last.
Oh. Yeah. But they also rinse out afterwards, though, right?
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
also rinse you out
yeah.
afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Do you floss, Maury?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah, always just before my dental appointment.
Okay, but
No,
not,
no,
not
but like on the
normally.
regular.
No, not on the
No.
Oh, but like if I have popcorn stuck in there, I'll do it.
You know, I can't eat popcorn anymore. I don't eat it
Why?
anymore. Don't eat it. Too much of a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
No, it's never goes well for me. I like
'Cause it gets stuck in your teeth?
I like to have one little bit of popcorn in my mouth, and then after that, it drives me crazy. I just get it stuck in my teeth, and it ruins everything. And then every now and then, one will slide down like parallel with my tooth and my gum, and go all the way down that way, and then it'll get infected, and then it hurts
Yeah.
for a week. And I'm not doing popcorn anymore. I'm off it.
Really?
Yeah, I'm done with it.
We'll end on this question from Mark for Roz. Would Roz rather, 1, people never walk up an escalator, or 2, people never misuse a handicap button on a door?
Oh, definitely never use the handicap button on a door. That happened to me again last week. here.
Who was the person?
Some guy drove me nuts.
Hit the button. Like he was walking in front of you.
Yes.
Well, obviously, yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So he hit the button.
Oh, and one of the
opened.
doors is so slow.
Okay.
Like so slow. And then when we got to the second door, he hit the button, and then I reached again. I reached over his shoulder and I pulled it.
And did he turn?
No, nothing.
He didn't say anything?
Nothing. Yeah, I didn't pull him. He hit the button. I reached between his legs and I just pulled it. Is that what you heard, Maury?
Yep.
Like that's all you heard, right?
Yeah.
You didn't hear anything else, any other part of that story?
I was like, oh,
just
wow.
yeah, exactly. I'm down in the garage. That's not what I do, and I do a lot of stuff in that garage. I don't do that.
Sounds like the plot for a movie starring Vic Valet.
Yeah.
Thank you for all of your.
Wait, we're not going to call Matt. I need to know if Matt.
I don't care. You ask him tonight, then.
Well, I don't care.
You do it on your time.
Of course you
I
care.
don't care. You're the only one that wants to do that. I don't want to do this.
I feel like we didn't get an answer.
I don't want to have this conversation. That if you want to know the answer to that, then you can go and ask your husband. I'm willing to bet if
he says yes, you're going to be very proud.
I don't care. I don't care. Maury, the idea that I would be proud if one more person had a crush on me is absurd.
One more. Thank you for all of your comments. We do this every week, once a week. Ask Roz Mocha, the podcast. So keep them coming in. Once a week, we will post on Instagram at Kiss925 the picture that reads Ask Roz and Mocha. This is where we get your questions from, and we'll have two of you join us on an episode as well. This has been the Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10
on Kiss 92.5.
Kiss925.com.
Or download the Kiss 92.5 app.